Kathleen here from Triple Threat Tarot, here to give you your end of January read. It's almost the end of January, so I'll give you like the last week and a couple weeks into February here. Sorry to have been so late on the January mid-month. A lot going on personally, just couldn't get to my postings like I normally would. But I will give you a look-see into February now, and then I'll come back with your full February reading soon. I'm going to start with the Moonology deck, as I normally do, just to kind of give you some insight and an overall theme for the reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I do not pull cards from the deck. I actually take jumpers. I allow jumpers to fall out. This can take a little bit longer to shuffle this way, so you can fast forward if you'd prefer. If this reading resonates with you, great. And if it doesn't, then you can check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign, because this is a general read. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Spirit is going to give me the messages that most need to be heard in the Aries collective, and that is what I'm going to speak to this evening. And you can check back with me on the February read and see if that resonates with you more, if this one does not as well. That's another option for you. So far with Moonology, we got hold your vision. Your hard work is paying off, and it's a time to give rather than take. So we'll see where that is going to take us in the regular reading here. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a problem shuffling tonight, apparently. Let me just move these Moonology cards over to the side, and I'll refer back to them so you can get what my intuitive read is on them overall for the reading. But I wanted to get right into Light Seers Tarot so I have some time to spend with you guys tonight, because it's been a while since I've read for you. All right. First 2 weeks of February, please, for Aries. Can you, the next couple weeks coming up for Aries, please, Spirit. Well, we start off with 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay. 3 of Cups is covering that. Aries. Cups, not walking away. 6 of Swords. Okay. Aries, Aries, Aries. 4 of Pentacles. Aries, Spirit, Aries, Spirit, moment. Okay. Page of Wands. I'll go through each of these with you. I'll get clarification on them as well. Too many, Spirit. I can't take all those. Can we get the next 4, including the outcome, please? Okay. Attitude. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands reverse. Environment. Okay. 2 of Cups in the reverse. 2 of Swords in the reverse. A lot of reversals here. Aries with the World card at the bottom of the deck. So, even though the final outcome here is 2 of Swords in reverse, because you make a decision. Once you make that decision, the world opens up for you. And I love this card. Look at the sacred geometry on that. It's even got the Merkaba here, which is, it's in the Kabbalah. It's basically, it's like electromagnetic and magnetic energy, and the spark and the breath of life. Like, that's a terrible explanation. There's a better explanation on my Instagram, but essentially it's all 3 working together, right? Your electromagnetic field, and your energy field, and the breath of life, like sparks of breath of life. Okay, whatever. I'll get back to that. In the beginning, we've got the 9 of Cups in reverse, and you can see this here. 9 of Cups is about feeling like you have everything pretty much that you need. You're not completely fulfilled, but you have everything that you need. And in the reverse, it's saying you don't feel like you have what you need, right? There's a lack here, a feeling of not being emotionally fulfilled, and perhaps that's from seeking it from someone else. I think in the recent past here, you had 6 of Swords, so it looks like you moved on from a toxic relationship or some situation that was not working out in your favor, and you picked up your bags and you left. Yeah, and these bags are swords, right? So there was some wounds here that happened, and you're moving forward on your own and leaving the rest of that behind. And the 8 of Cups down below here, this is usually walking away in the upright from a situation. You're like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. But this is in reverse. So you haven't quite walked away. You're still thinking about this in your subconscious. It's still there. Even though physically you've moved on, either emotionally, is my guess, you haven't, right? In your subconscious, it's still kind of lurking there and keeps coming back up. Four of Pentacles is in the conscious mind, and this is holding on to your material possessions. This is holding on to the things that are yours, trying to keep a tight hold on your foundations, right? Whether that be money or possessions or whatever it is. And it's being very guarded and being very closed off to other people. Like, this is mine. So she's clutching her purse here in this example. So it's kind of like I have very little left except this. I've moved on from this. Emotionally, I'm still tied there, but I physically moved on. I want to hold on to what I have remaining because I'm not emotionally fulfilled, right? Life isn't a very happy place for me right now. But there is a chance for celebration here. There is a cross of Three of Cups. So there is a reason for celebration. And maybe it's because you have left and there's the opportunity or the possibility for something else to evolve now that you physically are out of that situation. Although you've got to change this subconscious piece of being emotionally tied to the past. You've got to walk away from this before this can become reality. And we can turn this Nine of Cups from the reverse into the upright, right? So let's look further into the reading here. You've got Page of Wands in the immediate future. So it looks to me like either there is going to be an offer of romance or passion or interest toward you, or there's some creative spark or something that has caught your fancy that you're doing for yourself personally, that you're trying to grow. Some project, some career, something is going on here that you're trying to grow, and it's lighting you up inside. And then the attitude here is Knight of Wands. So I'm going to say that, you still have your passions, you still have these creative things that are driving you, and maybe that's where she's kind of holding on to her resources to use it to fund this new passion or creative outlet or whatever that may be. It feels like it's career orientated. And then above that in your environment, you've got the King of Wands in reverse. So this says to me that that person who was here was very much a player type, very much kind of like ego, very ego driven, very proud, a lot of masculine energy here, right? And tarot is neither masculine or feminine. It's just, they're not male or female. It's masculine or feminine energy is what I meant to say. But you can see that wand is upside down, right? It had a fire, but in the reverse, it's the opposite. So I think that there's probably some, I'm not going to say fooling around, but there was definitely some battling that you had with this person. Maybe they didn't want to commit. Something else was going on here where it was like, nope. And then your hopes and fears, you've got this Two of Cups in reverse. And I think your Two of Cups in the upright, you can see from the two holding hands, and this is emotional fulfillment and finding your soulmate and all of that sort of stuff that goes with that. And you've got this in reverse in your hopes and fears. So I think in one way you're probably afraid to extend yourself romantically to this Page of Wands because, you don't want to have this situation again where someone is really in it for themselves or really in it to chase their passions. You're kind of just like riding alongside shotgun, and what you want is not necessarily what is coming to the fore here, right? And this person is very charming and very charismatic and all of that stuff, but when it comes right down to it, this was in the reverse. Yep. And maybe you're afraid that since you left, you won't find another person that you actually felt as passionate about, and that's why you're emotionally unable to walk away. But there's something going on here with all of that. I see the Two of Swords in the final outcome in reverse, and the Two of Swords is about, being indecisive here, not knowing which way to turn, having two equally weighted decisions, and you can't decide, you're blinded to the truth, and here it's in reverse. So I think you're going to make a decision about this. I think you're going to make the decision to move on. At the bottom, the World card is here. You're going to move on emotionally from this as well, so that this can right itself. There'll be a reason for celebration, and that there'll be a possibility for a relationship in the future. You've got the World here, though, and this is about fulfilling your dreams and your karmic cycles turning, and this is about you, right? Having a reason to celebrate you. Not that you don't have a reason to celebrate. If you've left a toxic relationship, that's reason enough to celebrate. And maybe you're celebrating that you've left, but there's still all this emotional stuff upside down that's going on as well. Yep. So let's get some clarification on this. I think I want to know a little bit more about this past relationship so that I can give you some advice and insight here. Oh, well, okay. So 4 of Swords. So basically, you took some time out. This is a restful slumber, right? This is about you taking time out, taking time away, figuring out what works for you. This is going inside, going within, spiritual. See, there's Mary and the baby Jesus over here. So not that you're necessarily religious in that regard, but I think spirituality absolutely is part of this and finding your center. After all of this, in order to make that decision. 7 of Cups. So there were a lot of illusions around this relationship. Maybe you thought that they were the one. Maybe you did think that they were your soulmate. This King of Wands here. I think maybe you did think that they were your soulmate. And I think you had a hard time figuring out, that was an illusion. And you thought it was going to manifest into all these different aspects of what you wanted. But now you're questioning what it is that you do want, right? Oh, sorry. Too many here. That 8 of Cups was there. That walking away was there too. 6 of Wands. So this is a reason for celebration and a victory. Ending up victorious over the situation in the end. What was that? 4 Cups. Yeah, see, someone's going to make you an offer. This Page of Wands is going to make you an offer, and you're apathetic about accepting any relational offers right now. You're like, nope. I don't think so. I'm all set. Right? Here comes that Cup, this divine offer of love from the divine. And you're like, no, I'm good by myself. I'm good with my own 3 cups. Sun in the reverse a little bit here right now. And maybe that's because this didn't work out, right? Emotionally, you still haven't walked away. But there is a 10 of Pentacles coming your way. So whatever this 4 of Pentacles is, holding on to your purse and trying to use your resources to fund whatever this creative passion is going to generate some serious coin for you in the future. This is money that's a foundation. This is money for you and yours and theirs. You know what I mean? It's a solid foundation. So anything else, Spirit? The Chariot. So the wheel moves. The wheel moves. And then you've got the World here. You make the decision on what it is you're going to do, what it is that you want. Follow your passions, and then the world becomes yours, right? The world is your oyster. The Chariots move. Once you have balance between your head and heart here, between the black and white, the Chariot moves. Remember, the Emperor is the driver of the Chariot here. So the Emperor is someone who strategizes and plans. They very much rule their own kingdom, and that becomes you, and you move your own chariot. So that's good to see. I like that, Aries. And plus, it's kind of fiery energy, so that's really you, Is there anything else? Let's take a look at the Southwestern deck that I have. It's kind of cool. Let's see if there's any other things about you and this passion that you're chasing. Is there anything that Aries needs to know about this passion that they're chasing? Anything we need to know about this passion, Spirit, that they're chasing? Anything they need to know about this passion that they're chasing? Oh, Queen of Coins. You're Queen of Pentacles. High Priestess. You can Empress. 4 of Cups in reverse. So this 4 of Cups you got earlier where you weren't accepting offers, now you will. Temperance, a need for patience. Something about not making a decision, a judgment call here yet. But, temperance is, you see how she's pouring it from cup to cup. This is about balancing, about being thoughtful about what you're doing and spiritually being balanced. 4 of Cups again, where you were offered the cup, now you're actually going to take it if it comes. Empress, she invites things into her. So see where the Chariot is moving here? The Emperor is driving the Chariot. Well, the female creative energy here, and she's actually holding a wand, right? As the Empress here. That passion is going to drive you to be receiving, in the receiving position for good things. And Queen of Coins, maybe the Queen of Pentacles here. This is essentially the same card. Not the same card, but this is the master of the coin, and from the feminine energy perspective, yeah. Intuition is in the reverse, though, and judgment is in the reverse. So there's still something that is being hidden from you. Like you're not making a decision about something because you don't have clarity on that yet. Don't know what that is. Oh, and Ace of Wands was in the deck. See? Ace of Wands. So that's that passion coming in from the divine. And Six of Cups. Someone returns with an offer that was from the past. And it may be this King of Wands person. It may be somebody completely different. And it may be in relationship to a business offering or some kind of collaboration with you on something completely different than romance. You know, it doesn't have to be romantic. But I do think that that's where you're going to find yourself again, as in this passion, whatever this is. And that once you do that and you make the decision to go forward and pursue the things that fill you up, that make you happy, the wheel is going to turn, the world will be open to you. And at that point, the divine will send in another offer. So this little period of stagnation is not going to last forever. It's a temporary situation. It will end. I'm going to pull an animal spirit card real quickly. Raccoon. Interesting. That's for you. Anything else, Spirit? Nope. Okay. So we get the raccoon. You know, raccoons are creatures of the night. They're nocturnal. They're very clean and fastidious, actually. Raccoons are pretty clever. They can get into just about anything they want to get into. If you give them half a chance, they can unscrew the jar of any lid, break in anything. We used to have raccoons at our camp in upstate Maine. And I say upstate because I'm not going to give you the specific location. But, my mom actually used to feed the raccoons at night. And they would come and like look through the screen door. Very cute. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists. Well, there you go. There's your passion to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or a creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until the creative ego fear is resolved. So if you do have fear around and ego around putting yourself out there, just know you've got the Ten of Pentacles as your final card, right? You've got the Queen of Coins as your card. You're supposed to be doing this, this passion, chasing it, and the world's going to open up to you. And that's actually going to be what moves the wheel for you and gets a new cycle going for you. So if you have to wear the mask for a little while, that's fine. Just know that you're supposed to be doing whatever it is that you're intuitively called to do. A time to give rather than take. So you're in a production mode. Your hard work is paying off. As you know, it will get you the Ten of Pentacles now, right? And hold your vision. So whatever that vision is for yourself, know that vision is the right vision. I'm going to pull a shamanic card for you. I think rather than Wisdom of the Oracle, we'll do this deck because I think it resonates more with where you are at right now. If you're a creative artist type and you're going after a project and pursuing your passion in that way, just know that you were supposed to be doing that. And your hard work is going to pay off. Sorry. Definitely going to pay off. Okay, that's like way too many. Should I take all these? All right, I've been asked to read all of these, so I will. But I will try and be as concise as I can be. These are never written, not read in the reverse, so I'm going to give them to you in the upright. I don't read them in the reverse. The Vision Quest. Okay. Let's see what we've got here for you. I'm going to start with the blade. The blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energy cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time, to idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power, so take decisive action. Overcoming your fear of hurting others, unsheathe the blade and use it wisely. So I don't know if there are still things that need to be said in order for you to walk away from that relationship that you just left. But if that's the case, and that is going to give you closure, and those things need to be said rather than having them haunt you, the Spirit is inviting you to speak your truth. The hunter. Before the dawn of agriculture, we hunted in the forest to feed our kin. The hunter never takes more than the village needs to survive, often taking only one creature, which is the good kill. He is a master tracker who knows which path to follow to find success. The invitation is to rely on your own skills or to traverse the thick forest you're in to reach your destination. You need to follow the tracks left by Spirit to claim your bounty, which is already prepared and being offered to you. Do not follow the maps that are drawn by others, as they will not lead you true. Instead, become the map maker yourself. Find your own internal compass and use all of your senses, including your common sense. So that is that internal passion that's driving you, that, you don't need to ask other people's advice or how you should go about things. You already know intuitively what you need to do to get going. And you need to hold that vision of what you're inspired to do and create, and know that it's going to come to fruition and that it's going to be the right thing for you on your path. Pachamama. Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, plants, animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth known as Gaia. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The invitation is, you are a child of earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous, regardless of the circumstances you may find yourself in. Be grateful for your life, for your body, and all that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath, embrace your joy and your pain equally, and discover love through both. Pachamama knows how much you appreciate all of her blessings with an act of service, such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, or protecting the ocean. So there's nothing like giving back when you aren't feeling quite yourself and things seem very dismal. You can always volunteer and spend some of your time giving back to people who are in a dire situation or in a situation that is far beyond what you ever imagined. I can tell you that having done having served at food pantries and for the Red Cross for some time and whatever, that when you give back to your community, suddenly you see the situation other people are in, and it paints a whole new level of gratitude for you. In the Vision Quest, you face your fear, embrace your mortality, and then meet face to face with Spirit. When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities life is now offering us. We remain on a vision quest until we find the key to open a new door and write a new chapter in our own lives. The invitation is to find some clarity by spending some time alone in nature. If you live in a city, go for walks in the park. If you live in the country, make sure that you spend time outside. Get off the couch, get away from your desk, and go outside. Spirits helps those who help themselves, so set your intention and ask nature for guiding vision in your life. And absolutely, we're all bound up, right? We're all tied inside. Going for a walk outside requires a lot more thought and effort than it ever did before. But we need to be outside in nature. We need to have the sun on our face. We need to interact with other people. We need to be in the community, even if we're wearing a mask, like we need to. And we need to get into nature and ground ourselves and see the trees and have that level of gratitude for the things that are still wonderful and good and joyous in our lives, right? Especially right now. So the end here is basically your hard work is going to pay off. Your vision is going to pay off. Hold your vision. Don't get too weighed down in thoughts of the past. You've left that behind. You're on a different trajectory now. So, once you've left, you might as well really leave, right? Whether that's physically and then emotionally secondarily. Because what's the point in thinking about the past when you're no longer there, right? So much love to you guys. I hope you have a good rest of January, although it's going to be pretty quick. And I will see you again in February for your February read relatively soon. I do apologize for it being late again. If you resonated with anything in the reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you again in February. Thanks so much, Aries. Bye.